developing a robust economy, enabling a thriving business environment, building resilience to climate change, protecting the most vulnerable in society. Some of the ways Jamaica's leading source of development financing, the Inter-American Development Bank, is working with the government to improve lives. The Inter-American Development Bank is strengthening Jamaica's economy by providing assistance to the government's economic reform program.
We started out on this journey 4 years ago with the 2013 IMF program, which had a very significant financing component to it. So part of it was funded by the IMF, part of it was funded by the IDB, part of it was funded by the World Bank. So we were three partners all helping Jamaica restructure its economy. That has been extremely successful, as you know. Jamaica sailed through that program, met every single target, all the reforms were done, and hence we see confidence coming back, not just domestic investors, but also consumers are starting to feel like, all right, things are happening in the country.
We borrowed $600 million in one single year. That year made us the largest borrower from the IDB. We put it in a range of very important projects that have been supportive of the government's reform program.
Micro, small and medium-sized enterprises, MSMEs, are the backbone of Jamaica's economy, creating an estimated 90% of new jobs. The IDB engages MSMEs through the Multilateral Investment Fund, MIF.
Primarily through providing access to finance to entrepreneurs and also to help them with their capacity building and to create an ecosystem in which they can thrive and do well.
Funding from the MIF was channeled through the Jamaica Stock Exchange to assist businesses such as CAC 2000 Limited to access equity capital through the junior stock market.
We are growing, we are trying to manage the growth. We are actually growing out of our establishment right now. We don't have enough space, so we're looking to expand as much as we can now.
Red Stripe's Project Grow, which aims to replace 40% of an imported raw material with locally grown cassava, has been boosted with a technical assistance grant of US $80,000 from the IDB.
We have 200 people now working under this project. If you take into consideration that you take an impact of an average of 7 persons impacted by every direct people employed, we're impacting almost 1,400 people in Jamaica.
Larger companies receive assistance through IDB Invest, the private sector arm of the bank. Investments are made in projects that will have a major development impact in the region and the country.
If you look at the Kingston Container Terminal project, for instance, we've provided almost 90 million in financing to that project. And the whole idea here is that with that investment, Jamaica can play a greater role in being a logistics hub and playing a role in international transshipment.
The IDB is helping to build Jamaica's resilience to climate change through the Pilot Program for Climate Resilience, PPCR.
We have right now 3 major projects that are being supported under the PPCR. The first one is on a national level, and that's the adaptation program and financial mechanisms. The second side of it goes directly into adaptation. And the third component of this is the financial mechanisms. And one of them is a line of credit that is being implemented by Jamaica National Group.
The owners of Forest Park Guest House and Farms used this loan facility to make their business more climate smart.
These ponds basically harvest the rainwater, and from that we can do whatever needs that the farm has.
The bank helps vulnerable Jamaicans through the Program for Advancement through Health and Education, PATH, and the Citizen Security and Justice Program, CSJP.
I don't think I would have done so successful if I wasn't on the PATH program, knowing that the lunch that they provide for me every day, it helped me a lot knowing that when I have more food in my belly, it can help me to stay up more and study more for longer hours.
The IDB has been a supporting partner of the CSJP, a crime prevention initiative, since the program started 17 years ago. The various services offered by the CSJP have impacted several volatile and vulnerable communities across Jamaica.
We have a program called the Violence Interruption Program, which is implemented by PMI on behalf of CSJP. And we have seen communities or groups in communities that have gone into peace truce.
The Inter-American Development Bank continues to work with the Jamaican government to improve lives and help Jamaica to become the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business.